Okie dokie. So I've got to go by the bank and do a few things, and so I've got to close up for a little bit, then go to the bank. I'll come back here. I'm going to work late tonight because I got a lot to get out. Waiting on the cylinder head to come back for this Toyota. I was at the machine shop getting fixed. I mean, that was the one we had seen that was ran hot, and so machine shop stays backed up. Takes a little bit to get stuff, and I've got some more cylinder head work to do. And on top of that, let's see here. What I want to do, what this video is about, is I want to talk a little bit about. I want to talk a little bit about how the government, or how the evil ways of society want to control us. And this is not going to, I'm not going to go into it too deep because of the fact that we could get into hours and hours and hours of trying to video this and get it right. But what we are currently experiencing at the moment is a thing called MKultra, which what that means is, and there's several other combinations of the two. MKultra is a mind control or personality control or changer, or however you want to look at it, that's been implemented or learned and finited in all kind of different ways through studies of prisoners of war. Let's just say lots of people who've had prisoners of war. They've done many studies of all. They have all came together and worked with their studies to find out what really is effective on human beings, so far as a thing called demoralization, discouragement, and despair. And I'm going to give you a few good examples of what we're fighting right now. Is a good example of, we're fixing to run this to the bank. That's what we're driving today. Anyhow, so, open this up here. And so, what they do is they put us in situations to where, and this also goes to their medical thingy, what they want to do is they want to take and put people in such a stressful situation to where they accept any kind of anything to so-called have freedom. And what you do is you'll take and you'll have a situation of stress. That would be whenever this stuff all happened, even with stuff with our people picking process. You know, so that's a situation of despair. And we got really worked up. We got really all in arms, and we thought something was about to happen when we watched a lot of the depositions from the get-go, and we watched all the Supreme Court justices shoot down our request for justice. Okay, so that's demoralizing and discouraging. Okay, same thing with the medical thingy, the JAB. They said that we just need 15 days to flatten the curve. Well, 15 days is almost 2 years now. If you'll get this right, if you'll get this medicine, then you'll be good to go. Everybody will be fine. Well, as you can see how that's went. And if you'll get your freedoms back, if you'll just give in and let us just put this stuff in your arm, if you'll get your freedoms back, if you just get you. And so people go through all that and they feel like they're getting somewhere. And then at the end of the day, they said, "Nope, you got to put your mask back on. You got to put your mask back on." And and then that discourages people because now they've went through all these leaps and bounds to get to where they're at, and now they're still wearing a face mask. And then when it comes to the JAB, I'm sorry, when it comes to I got the phone ringing in the back. So, when it comes to the people picking process, I'm saying this because we got two fights on our hands, and what we got to do is not let the enemy get us. So, now that we've gotten some action out of Brnovich, there's some stuff happening in Wisconsin and Georgia. Our hopes are up. We've got our hopes in the ups. We're all happy again. Everybody's happy. The evil entities are counting on us to be shot down the first time, because Brnovich it's gonna happen. He's not gonna get exactly done what we want to get done. We know this because it's just a step to take to make the process go in the wheels of motion. So we'll get discouraged. We'll start attacking them. We'll piss them off again. They'll stop doing it, and that puts delays in it. That's the comfort and then the stress. The comfort, the stress. The comfort, the stress. Okay. So now that we know that they're trying to implement situations where we're under stressed and comfortable, then back to stressed and back to comfortable, if we know that's what they're doing, then it's not so effective. What they're trying to do is not going to be effective on us because we're already ready for the letdown. Get ready for the letdown. Brnovich is going to let us down a little bit, maybe. Just get prepared for it. Because if you're already ready for that, you're already ready for the next fight. You don't go, oh, and you throw in the towel and give up and say, it just didn't work for us. We just got to that's just how it's going to be. They want us to get discouraged, demoralized, and humiliated so that we'll give up. That's the best tactics that they have to win this fight. And so if we know that that's their tactics, which that is what they are, then it's not going to be effective. So now that we've gotten headway with Brnovich and stuff in Arizona, things look like they're happening. When things come to a stall, we don't get upset. We don't say the heck with it. We don't give in. What we do is we get back to our basics of email and calling, stand up. If something happens and it don't happen in the cycle that we want it to, that doesn't mean we give in, because that's what they want. They think that if they can just ride it out till 2022 and then try to do us all, like that's what happened in California. That was a demoralization act. When the recall effort came for Gavin Newsom and they did that over there in California, we all know that how they done it with those mail-in people picking papers. That was a demoralization to get Californians to give in. So Californians don't give up. This isn't over. This is not over. This is not over. Matter of fact, it's part of the whole plan because we've got to make everything look legit. They've got to make everything legit so we can do our thing. All right. So a quick little history of MKultra and mind control. A good example of MKultra and mind control and the side effects that take place through social experiments is Ted Kaczynski. Ted Kaczynski, when he attended the college that he went to, he was in one of the MKultra mind control experimental classes. And they say that had a lot to do with some of the outcome of Ted Kaczynski. Ted Kaczynski was the Unabomber, in case you don't remember that he was and there's other artists out there in Hollywood. The MKultra is applied to them on a daily basis so that they can be controlled and not feel like they have a way out. Because believe it or not, these high up elites in Hollywood, like Britney Spears and all these really high up people that are well known in the music industry and the entertainment industry, they live a life of slavery. They have money, they have nice things, but there's so many things they have to do to maintain that they don't be them. They cannot be themselves. They can have all that money, all that nice house, but they're absolutely positively miserable because of the fact that they're run by the people who allow them to be that popular so they can make that kind of money. Otherwise, they're on the outs. And they're applying that same process to us to demoralize us, to make us give in so we do not keep pushing forward. So now that we know what the process is, now that we know what the enemy's up to, that means whenever things don't go our way, we laugh in their face and we just move forward and we push like all we get out. We just move mountains because God is in control. I know this. He's blessed me with this beautiful black background where I can actually talk and get out to a decent amount of people. Thank you so much for tuning in. We want to thank God for everything that we have. So, fixing to go to the bank here. And this thing here, this is a cold start 289 1965 bottle. Got two AFB 500 CFM carburetors, and it's actually cammed up really nice and pretty. It's got nice heads on it, so this little fiberglass body actually is kind of peppy. So we're gonna pump the gas here. Cold start, y'all. Here we go.